Hello and welcome, Align Tribe. I am Angie Love, an expert in the helping profession of social work, and I am here to help people on their spiritual healing and personal development journeys. I am the spiritual sis, the gratitude goddess, the manifesting mystic, and the energy empress. Thank you all in advance for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to follow along on this journey. And as you all know already, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome back to the Soft Girl Era series. In today's video, I am going to be talking about becoming light, a soft mindset shift. What if your soft girl era isn't about shrinking, but about shining bright? Okay. Walking in your light really allows you to embrace visibility and self expression and to be you, your authentic and brilliant, brave self. So, this allows you to go from hiding yourself, that's me, the introvert, you all, to choosing to be seen. I get it. To my introverts out there, I want to hold space because I'm here with you on this topic. This is something I am working on consistently and have been probably for most of my life. I've been really working on this because while I have tons of personality and radiant, beautiful energy, mm-hmm, I just naturally do not feel comfortable in the spotlight. I'm literally like, don't look at me unless you're looking at a picture because I can't really feel you looking at me. I don't care. I love pictures. I love videos. I love things like that. But like in real time, don't look at me. I'm just here. You can't see me. I'm silly, y'all. But for real though, it's something that I'm working on. Visibility can kind of be a trigger for me, especially as a Black woman, where in certain spaces, especially when it comes to professional spaces, visibility can oftentimes make you a target. And even out in the community, when you think about people of color, especially Black people, hyper visibility, it's dangerous. It's not something that's positive. So I do believe there are some historical connections to the discomfort that many of us may feel about being visible, being seen, right? So when you're leaning into your soft girl era and you want to really embrace your light and you want to make sure that that is what you are exuding, your true self, right? Your beautiful, radiant energy and all the good that you have to bring because you have so much good. It requires a mindset shift. Like most things, it starts here. Most things start with thoughts, which then influence your emotions, which then influence behaviors and actions. So, this mindset shift can help you to move from blending in to embracing your uniqueness. We're all unique, we're all special for various different reasons. Why are you special? Right? You have to really know yourself. What are your talents? What are your gifts? What is it about you that just adds that seasoning on top? Just right? That like nobody else can do like you. Like they can try, you know. And imitation is a huge and great form of flattery, but it's not quite like how you do it. Think about it. And it can also allow you to go from fear of judgment to really embracing and owning your glow. Now, this one specifically, I can talk about. I spoke about in other videos how I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. I've always wanted to create content. I've been creative. I've had the ideas. I have the aesthetic. I have everything, and I just never did it because I was truly concerned. I was like, what will my family think? What will my friends say? What happens if the people at work see? What if my clients see? God forbid. Right? Um, but then I got to a point where I was like, and so what? I do not produce content or put anything out that would be bad for my name, my image, my brand. So if I'm not going to do things like that, then no one should really have anything negative to say. And if they do, that's more so them projecting onto me their own experiences, their own limitations, right? Their own beliefs. That has nothing to do with me. Most of the time, when people project things onto you, it has nothing to do with you. So you have to allow it to roll off of you because it's not about you. People are having their own experiences and it's mostly about them. So I got to that point last year in 2024 where I was just kind of like, I'm just going to do it. And creating this YouTube channel has been the biggest step that I have taken to really own my light and to really push myself into a bit of a spotlight. And it's been a really great journey for me. The mindset shift can also go from silence to speaking your truth. I tell people often about blocking their throat chakra and how damaging that can be. As an introvert and someone who others may consider to be on the quiet side, and when I say others, I mean them folks at work and people who don't really know me that well, because if you know me, you know talking to me is like a podcast. I'm a Gemini sun and I just keep going and going. I'm like the Energizer bunny. I keep going and going. So as long as it's something that I'm interested in, something that I'm passionate about, something that I have knowledge and wisdom on, I will continue to talk. When we start talking about things that I don't really care about, that are important to me, you might be hit with silence because, okay, unless it's something I'm interested in learning more about, then I'm silent, but I'm still intrigued. I'm just a sponge. I soak in information. I love learning. I love it. So I am a life learner. So when I am typically silent, it is because I'm disinterested, uncomfortable, or it's just like I don't want to really be in the environment or around the people. And that's just what it is. I am a natural advocate. Speaking up and speaking out is when I become a bit of an extrovert because I consider myself to be an ambivert, which is introverted and extroverted. But I am more of an introvert than I am an extrovert. Let's just be very clear. My introvert ways dominate my extrovert ways. But when it's time to advocate and to speak my truth, there's no hesitation for me. And I've been that way since I would say maybe like high school, middle school. When I was younger, a child, I wasn't that way. I had to find my voice. You have to find yourself. And it takes people different times. Like everyone's journey is different. There are plenty of people who are adults now and who are still on their journey to finding their voice, and that's okay. And I encourage you to be intentional, to be bold, to be mindful, and to be strategic, to embrace speaking your truth, speaking up and speaking out. It is imperative. It is so important that you do so because nobody's going to advocate for you the way that you can. And you don't want to end up in situations where you are being harmed, where there is a lack of justice, right? And you don't say anything, that sticks with you. You ever been in a situation and you wanted to speak up, but you didn't know what to say? You got in your head about it, the time passed, and then later on, you can't sleep. You're rehearsing the scenario over and over and over. I always speak up because if I don't, my future self and my future self-conscious is going to harass me about the situation. So I say what I got to say. I clear my throat chakra. People can be mad, sad, upset, hurt, That people are entitled to feel how they feel, but I am protecting me. And you have to do it sometimes, right? You just have to speak up and speak your truth. So when we think about soft girl era and, embracing the spotlight, think of the soft spotlight. This can look like radiating and illuminating without force, but with calm and a grounded confidence. We all know those people who enter a room and they're known for being the loudest person in the room. They're known for over talking everybody, always got to be seen, always got to be heard, doesn't make space for other people. They just take up a lot of space in a way that can feel oppressive to others. That is forceful energy, and usually people are overcompensating, but that's a different topic. Something that I have learned to become really great at is radiating and illuminating without force. To know me is to know that I'm very intentional. I have very calm and grounded energy that there is a subtle confidence that I carry. It's not boastful most of the time, sometimes it is, but mostly it's not boastful and it's not loud, but it is an energy, it is a frequency. I can walk in a room and not say anything, but you feel the energetic shift of the room. I can be in a room within a conversation with a group of people, and instead of saying anything, I can simply have a look on my face or slowly shift in my chair and it communicates, right? So, this is something that I have learned to master, I would say, by just really being mindful of my energy and being mindful of my emotions and what's happening in my body and honoring my relationship with my body and my emotions. In addition to that, shifting to a soft spotlight can look like being open to sharing your gifts and talents and not really holding yourself back. And you have to be careful with this and you have to have boundaries with this because I've been in situations in work environments where I have shared that I've had gifts, certain gifts and talents, and I have been exploited for sure, been exploited and asked to take on additional projects and additional tasks that my counterparts were not taking on additional things. And so sometimes I found myself in a role doing like 2 or 3 jobs for one salary because people in leadership thought to themselves, aha, she's so talented. She can do this, this, and that. A 3-for-1 deal. So be careful with this and have boundaries, but do not tone down your gifts or talents because you don't want people to know. Be willing to talk about what you can do, what you have done, and have the discernment when asked to take on other roles or responsibilities to respectfully decline and say no. I've done that as well. I do that a lot now, actually. Past few years, I've gotten into doing that. Another thing is to attract aligned opportunities by standing in your light. Oftentimes, when you are shrinking yourself and pushing yourself to the background, to the shadows behind the curtain, you have this fear of visibility and being seen. What you can do unintentionally is block your blessings. You can block your blessings. Being seen and standing in your light can truly transform your life. You have no idea how much it can transform your life. If the right person, the right opportunity comes along, your life can change. It can do a complete 180 overnight. So we have to get comfortable and cozy with owning our light and not shrinking and being bold and being firm and grounded in our specialness. You have special attributes and qualities and talents. Know that you're special. Show up like you're special. Walk through life like you're special. Like you're favorite. Like you're a favorite. I tell people all the time, I'm God's favorite. And it's not just a cute slogan. I truly am God's favorite. That's our relationship. We're in alignment. All we do is co-create. God is my favorite and I'm God's favorite. Right? So I have a mantra for you all. This mantra is my softness shines, my light is my power. And I want you all to write that down, to say that to yourself whenever you start to feel like maybe you're doing too much, right? Maybe you're shining too bright. You should shrink. No. My softness shines. My light is my power. My softness shines. My light is my power. Okay? So, where in you all's life are you ready to step into the spotlight? Let me know in the comments below. Talk back to me, you all. Let me know. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you all are enjoying this Soft Girl Era series. And remember, the way to support this content is to like, share, comment, and subscribe to follow along on this journey. And let me know what other topics you all are interested in hearing about in the comments. And as always, remember, love is the highest frequency. May you center it and align your life path to embrace it daily. Peace and love.
Superwoman, I am divine. Don't play with me, don't cross that line.